extiende la mezcla en una charola para pizza y lleva a hornear a 200 grados durante 15 minutos. Por último, unta un poco de salsa de jitomate y queso hasta que se funda. ¡Listo! Disfruta de este platillo bien doradito. ¡Que nada sobre! Échale la mano al mundo con Sobra Cero de Gastrolab.
Noches Palacio Caribe. Vive el encanto del trópico solo en el palaciodehierro.com. Entra ahora y obtén regalos increíbles por tus compras. Abril 11 a mayo 6 de 2024. Presentado por Mave. Soy totalmente Palacio. Consulta términos en elpalaciodehierro.com.
Heraldo Radio, la H se lee, se comparte, se ve y ahora también se escucha.
Hello and welcome to Salaam Namaste. Broadcasting live from the Now Media TV studios in Houston, this is Saji Salam. This evening we have a very fascinating guest on the show. Shailesh Modak, founder and CEO of 365D Farms. Shailesh runs a vertical farm operation and enterprise in India with a very unique model. Let's just leave it at that, and we'll get Shailesh to discuss more about 365D Farms and his unique model of farming. So Shailesh, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Saji. Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the, how you landed in farming from your background in software engineering.
Yeah, it is generally this is quite change, right? But from last 6 years, I'm not a software engineer actually. From last 6 to 7 years, I'm a farmer, full-time farmer. So, but this journey is quite interesting actually. I worked for this software industry for more than 13.5 years actually. And then been to various countries. I got chance to work with various countries, actually Southeast Asia, Europe side. But that time I was not sure that I'll do this farming, right? Because I was not having farm at my own that time. So after the working with software industry, this just after 10 to 11 years, I can able to feel that there is a go to work, come back on kind of situation every day. So I thought just jump into this situation and just stop everything, right? But that I don't know how it triggered, but it triggered, and I left that software industry. Right, but I was not sure what I can able to do by just roaming here and there for a month, and just actually this radio and this media helped me a lot because I heard on media about the honeybees in agriculture, the importance of honeybees. So that's why I start my first venture with the honeybees actually. So my first honeybee venture, in that I used to give these honeybee boxes to the farmer for the pollination services. So that was my first interaction with the farming industry, right? But that was the learning phase, I can say. But that is the point where I am today, running this 365D farm. Because working with this farmer, I can able to feel, I can able to see so many problems of the farm, and I can understand that time. And I used to just because this honey business is not a straightforward business. It is a night business kind of thing. It's night in the sense because honeybees generally move actually at the daytime, and at the night time they come into this box, honey box, right? But at that time only I can able to move that boxes to the farms. And the honeybees are they if they can able to means they can able to bite actually, right? So they are biting me like anything. But that was a challenge I can able to see and learn a farming in that. Okay. So after that, I have done the import export business also. And during import export business, I came across this container form, right? So I thought ki there is so many issues in agriculture. The major issue is in to control the climate. So it is very difficult to control all the parameters, specifically the climate change, or the climate, that humidity, temperature, right? So I thought I can use this container as a tool so that we can control all the parameter which is generally needed for farming actually, right? So I brought container from the Mumbai this port, JNPT port, and we design a system in the container, and we build a setup, and in that we have tried so many hydroponic vegetables, green vegetables. We have tried with strawberries also, some 3 to 4 plants of fig also inside the container with the help of cocoa pit and blocks, right? Then suddenly after that, the journey started actually. You can say that 365 farm journey started after that, and there are so many things. So recently, we have done this saffron farming inside that container. Okay, so that's the short journey about these 365 farms.
Very interesting. So, from software to beekeeping to import export, discovering containers, and then and that was the light bulb moment, saying, "Hey, why not use the containers farming?" And I think that's a great idea because it takes out a lot of the issues in terms of the space needed, the acreage needed for farming, and all that. And we can talk more. But let's talk about why saffron. Why did you end up with saffron?
Yeah, this is very interesting question actually, because during the lockdown time, before that, 2019, 18, 19, and we have had a very good experience in the leafy vegetables, right? But after that, the COVID situation came, and at that time, I gone through my major surgery of spinal cord that time. Okay. And that was that is a very bad phase for this my journey. But after that lockdown, I came to my working city again. And at that time, we thought there are so many options will be there actually, because hydroponic, we can grow leafy vegetable, we can grow some kind of fruit also. But see, for the control environment point of view, we thought there should be with not a crop side, but there should be a small crop. For that small crop, we can easily give all the parameters actually. That is very important. So we thought which one is that crop? We can give all the parameter, because this is a science. So growing the crop is not a rocket science. It is general a science, because plant need only 4 to 5 things to grow. One is carbon dioxide, then water, then light, and that nutrient, and that temperature we need to give. So inside the container, we can grow big plant also, right? But it is very difficult to give all the parameter to that plant at that time. So we research a lot actually, and we found that yeah, this is a very interesting crop, because this height of this crop, saffron crops, this corn is not more than a feet actually, right? 12 inch or 15 inch. So I thought, Arre, this is very easy. We can easily accommodate inside the container, and we choose that for to learn that thing. I went to Dubai to meet some people over there actually to learn how they are doing farming actually. One or two person will be there doing that. So I went to Kashmir also because more if for India, major 90% saffron are coming from the Kashmir actually, right? And not in Kashmir, near the Srinagar, one area is there, Pampore, right? In Pampore, there is 90% saffron is coming from that place. So I went there, I discussed with so many farmers, and I came across that, yeah, this we can easily grow this saffron inside the container. And interesting part about this saffron is that we cannot we can grow this saffron flower without soil and without water actually, right? Because so that interesting fact. And whenever something innovative will be there, so new energy generally comes actually. And I we said we just choose that crop, and we have tested that in this last 3 years back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very interesting. I think COVID changed pretty much everything. It it was a make and break for many industries. Our commercial real estate, especially the office sector.
Right.
In the U.S. pretty much collapsed post-COVID. Airbnb went up in COVID, and we'll add saffron to the mix now in terms of one of the industries which picked up, actually went up during as a result of COVID. So in terms of saffron, so the height of the plant, I think it is much shorter, is it, compared to other leafy vegetables, and so you can stack up more containers one on top of the others, right? So it gives you more plant for the container space that you have. Is that one of the key factors there that you mentioned?
Yeah. Yeah. Because see, saffron come under the COM family, COIM, COM family, right? And for this COM family, small bulbs will be there actually, right? Small bulb, and the height when it is in multiplication phase, the height will reach into 12 inch to 15 inch max, and that kind of height. And interesting part is that we are not using the soil and everything for flowering phase. So inside the container, we can easily miss 10 by 15 square feet, 10 feet and 15 square feet. We can easily put more than 500 kg of saffron bulb actually. So that is the advantage. You rightly mentioned that within a small space, we can use more saffron bulbs to grow, right?
Very, very good. So good conversation so far, Shailesh. Let's come back after a short break and discuss more.
Yes, sure.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company, the time you spend with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Welcome back as we continue this fascinating conversation about saffron farming in containers. So back to saffron again, Shailesh. What about the price per kilogram for saffron compared to many of the other crops that are grown in the country?
If you see, for the Indian market point of view, there are so many saffron players available actually, right? And the price point of view, you can see INR point of view, it is starting from 300 rupees actually. So around $2.5 US dollar, you can say. It will start from that and it will reach to actually $5, $6 up to, right? But international market also, there is a very huge demand of this saffron availability. So international market, the price will slightly upper side actually, right? But generally, this price is in between this range only, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is so you said $2 to $5 per kilogram, or is it per?
No, no, this is for per gram I'm talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
From the kilogram point of view, yeah, because we are dealing with right now is 5 lakh rupees kg in INR, you can able to say right now.
Yeah.
Okay, minimum, and maximum it is depend upon quality wise. It will the price will slightly in the upper side. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to call out that part for our viewers that this is $2 to $5 per gram. So it is about $2,000 to $5,000 per kilogram, and which makes it one of the most expensive crops available. So in terms of maximizing the container space, in terms of output, I think saffron is a good bet as well, from maximizing that space that is available. So let's jump into a little bit of the components of this. What goes into into container farming? What are the key pieces there? You broadly mentioned carbon dioxide and lighting, and so maybe what are each of those? What are the equipments related to that? Maybe if you could touch upon that, that'd be awesome, Shailesh.
Yeah. See, first of all, we need to create an environment. For example, we need to create an environment of that Pampur, Kashmir environment inside this container, right? So first challenge was to create the temperature things actually, right? So to control that temperature thing actually, right? So we have brought this chiller, because that chiller is giving temperature till 2 degree, 3 degree actually. So we use this chiller to control this temperature part. The major challenge is about the temperature thing gets sorted out with the help of chiller instrument. And we have take the support from the air conditioner also, right? So that environment side temperature point of view, that is clear. Then another challenge we faced about the lighting actually, right? Light, because the saffron bulbs need a light. Any plant need a light actually. And plant generally need only four to if you check the plant cycle or the science point of view, the plant need 400 to 600 nanometers this wavelength to grow the plant and to the photosynthesis activity. So we have designed a light such that it can help to grow the saffron and it can help to do the photosynthesis during multiplication phase. So that light we have installed over there. Another challenge was to manage the humidity level inside this container farm. So we have take help from the humidifier to generate the humidity, and to reduce the humidity inside this container we use the dehumidifier instrument. And a major thing about this thing is to control all the parameter to automation. So we have used this automation software, and we have used so many sensors inside this container to control all the parameter, and through this mobile app. So with the help of these devices, we can able to generate the same environment which is required to grow the saffron, like Srinagar in Kashmir, right?
Oh, very interesting. So did we talk about carbon dioxide? How do we control carbon dioxide
Yeah.
in
Uh,
the setting here?
yeah, right. CO2 control point of view, actually, we have used the CO2 cylinder inside the container, right? So we have used the controller, CO2 controller, and along with that, the CO2 cylinder we have used inside the container, and that will get automated with the help of sensor. The CO2 sensor will sense the CO2 level, and it will automatically send command to this cylinder, and it will diffuse the CO2 as per the requirement actually. So with the help of the cylinder, we control the CO2 inside this container, Saji.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. And all of this can be done remotely. Is that where you are at right now, in terms
Yeah,
of?
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's say I could be here in the U.S. Plugged into the Wi-Fi, have like a control panel on my on my phone, and somebody else could be managing the container in India or anywhere in the world, right? And it's just amazing that it's come to a point where we are able to bring high technology into agriculture. It's pretty interesting. So what about these equipment? Do you source them locally in India, or do you have to import a lot of these equipments for this farm?
This equipment is easily available inside the local market. So we have not imported any equipment. It is as you know, the government is already initiating this Make in India. So most of the devices are available in India only. It's in the local market. So we have used the local market devices right now.
And what are these technical devices that you use mostly?
Our technical device is a sensor majorly, because you know how to control this all the parameters. It is very difficult for the human to control that, because if you want to change some parameter with this timeline, actually particular timeline, so it is very difficult. So we have used so many application. We have previously we have designed our own app to control that thing, but recently there are so many companies available. Actually, they are giving this interface to interact with the sensor, and we have used that API to connect with the switch, and it is we can able to easily control through that mobile app, Saji.
Oh, okay. So, I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around this, and I'm sure many of our viewers are also trying to get to the bottom of this. And that is where, digging further into the nuances of these systems. So let me state my understanding so far. So you have these devices which control the temperature, carbon dioxide, humidity, and all this can be controlled remotely. So you can turn up and down the lighting, the carbon dioxide, temperature, everything from anywhere in the world with a internet connection. So that is the crux of managing this, and makes it very easy to do. So are there settings which so if you say that, hey, the container has to be have this much carbon dioxide, this much light, humidity, all that, and if you set it, then it runs on its own without any monitoring, right? Unless and unless something goes off, and I'm assuming that if something changes, you'll get an alert. Are those tech systems sophisticated enough to get to that point?
Yeah. Saji. Actually, this software is self-sufficient to handle all the situations, and it is a customizable software where we can give the conditions. Actually, if we want certain range, for example, if you want a range from 10 degree to 5 degree, right? And according to if the range or the temperature changes, the software is itself is giving alert to us actually, and it is automatically just do the action, because there are action task is also assigned to that particular condition. If the temperature is this, switch on a device. If temperature is this, switch off device. So all the condition, these devices are connected to one software, so it is very easy to manage and control this through this condition software actually. So it is customizable.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much automatic in a sense, right? So once you set it up, it is running on its own, and the human intervention then comes in mostly for the harvesting, I would think, right? Because there you need human intervention. Okay, this is very interesting. So let's come back and discuss more after a short commercial break.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure, and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So phone low-cost airlines now for airline ticket prices you may never see again.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company that time you're spent with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
Call 855-993-2096 right now. That's 855-993-2096.
Welcome back. Let's continue this conversation about what I would say now remote, automated, vertical saffron farming in a container. So let's delve into more of this, Sailesh. Apart from saffron, can other crops be grown too? What is your experience growing other crops in a container?
Yeah, Saji. Actually, the idea behind this container farm is there are so many challenges regarding the this availability of the crop, right? So container we can easily move to near to the market, easily move, and there are year around means 365-day farm means 365 days you can easily grow the crop because it is very difficult to grow crop in outer environment or in open field throughout the year. But inside this container, we can easily grow this throughout the year. Means for if you check the leafy vegetable kind of thing, it leafy for growing leafy inside the container. For example, lettuce, it will take only 45 days, 40 to 45 days inside the container, and through the year we can grow more than 8 cycle easily. So throughout the year we can easily grow this leafy vegetable inside the container. So that is the thing actually. We can grow this leafy vegetable, we can grow strawberries. For strawberries, yeah, we need some light changes actually. So for strawberry, more red light will be required for the fruiting purpose. So we generally use more light in the strawberry side. So, but yeah, strawberry we can grow all the leafy vegetable. We can grow the microgreens also. And as we have tried the fig plant inside this container, and we have given too many lives actually around this fig, and we can successfully able to grow the fig also inside the container. Actually, Saji, our aim is not to actually concentrate on one crop. Actually, we are thinking to design a system like that we can by the people who is at anywhere in the world, they can easily manage this one container which can support more than one crop easily. So for example, if somebody want to grow leafy vegetable, they can select leafy green on their mobile. So all the parameter which is required to grow the leafy green automatically gets set. Actually, if somebody want to grow the saffron, they'll click on mobile about saffron. All the parameter which is required to grow the saffron automatically get set inside this container. So we are morely focusing on to design a system which can support more than one crop, and saffron is just one part of that, Saji. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it is, basically we are dumbing down farming in a sense, right? Because the end user or who the farmer, I would say this remote electronic new gen farmer does not need to know anything about carbon dioxide, light, or nutrients, whatever. You just click a button and it is operating like like a charm, and I think this is just just more than amazing that we've gotten to this point where we could do this pretty much fully automated. And I came across a larger version of this where in China they've done like a 20-story building where the farming is all automated. So to me, that is the larger version of this, while this container model gives flexibility for smaller owners as well. So you could have this container, you could grow the crops, and like you said, you could even move this around to the nearby market, and give fresh crops to get the fresh crops for sale right there. So I think this is a major innovation in how farming works in the future. And the future is already here, right? I mean, you are making the future happen here. So let's talk a little bit about the nutrients for this. There's a hydroponics element here too, right? Could we touch upon how that works and break that down a little bit?
Yeah, nutrient part is a crucial part in hydroponic. You can say that is the heart of the hydroponic. If you can manage nutrient very well, then all the things we can easily manage actually. For the leafy vegetables, the nutrient part, we can use the nutrient solution, which is in liquid form, and we generally give that to a particular interval to grow the plant for this leafy vegetable. For the nutrient part of this saffron, it is because for saffron grow is in three stages. One is in multiplication, another is in flowering stage, and third one is in dormancy phase. So generally for the multiplication phase means phase is a phase where one column is divided into another. The mother bulb is giving birth to a daughter bulb. So in that phase only the nutrient part come in picture, and where we are using the you can say organic method to do the multiplication actually, because we are using vermicompost to and that to fulfill the nutrient requirement to multiply that thing. But yes, hydroponic part actually, yeah, we are using this solution A, and major macronutrient are micronutrient for through the water actually, right? And we are using that thing. Yes.
And again, the micronutrients are also automated and controlled by the software systems, right?
Yeah, for the hydroponic system, there are so many devices are available because to control the EC means electrical conductivity and pH to measure the nutrient and to measure the pH of this. There are devices connected already that is automatically just look the availability of the nutrient, and they'll fulfill that requirement with the help of software only. So that is also automated. So no need to just manually just manage that nutrient. Everything will be automated, and it will give alert to our mobile also. So what are the nutrient currently cycle has been run, or everything. That data is already available on mobile.
So from a commercial standpoint, in terms of the running of this, the operation of this, right, apart from the software piece, what kind of manpower is needed? There is, I mean, it's pretty much, I would say this is, I would say 90% automated maybe, but there's still some element of human resources involved. So if I were to have a container in India and I have somebody to manage the container, right? How many people would I need? How much time would they have to spend? I mean, on a weekly, monthly, daily basis? What could you talk to that a little bit?
Yeah. See, most of the thing you correctly mentioned that everything is controlled on the mobile and app. So less human intervention will be required for that. But yes, for putting this crop inside this container, so manpower will be required in that. And just checking all the devices is everything is working properly. Just monitor that device once in a day. That is sufficient. And to control that that thing will require only one or two resources available. And you rightly mentioned at the previous discussion about the harvesting part. So during harvesting only we'll need that resource again. Similarly, for the saffron point of also major harvest during the harvesting only we'll need a man resource. But the daily monitoring operation 90% is controlled by the software, and just 1 or 2 resources will be sufficient to manage one 8 by 40 square feet container. Actually, and if you want to grow container above the container, then there is 1 or 2 resources sufficient to manage more than 2-3 containers, Saji.
So, I'm thinking of a container farm, basically, meaning, like a server farm in the software world, right? So I'm thinking where you have, several containers in a space there, and maybe one resource can manage all of that. Maybe, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20, depending on the time needed, right? From whatever you said, it's minimal monitoring, human monitoring needed. So it could just be one resource, going through all these, I would say, health check of these containers. And then the only other time that you need a spike in resources is when it is harvest time. And then depending on the crops that you grow, it could be staggered so that you're not harvesting one crop at the entire crop is saffron, and then you have a bunch of people, a ton of people needed if it is saffron, right?
Yes.
So there could be ways where you could stagger it so that the human resource load is kind of smooth. So I think that is a very good way to look at this for, I would think, for investors, this is a great way to make passive income if somebody is able to manage the team in the remote location, let's say India or anywhere else. So I think this is interesting. Are you seeing investors come into this space?
Yes, Ajay, actually, more because of all this new technology and the future of farming, and there are so many advantages and easiness you can able to say to the farming. There are more investors are very much interested to jump into this advanced farming and just to invest in this new sector, new area.
Interesting.
Yes.
So let's talk more about the business side of this once we come back after a short break.
Yeah.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Let's continue this amazing conversation with Shailesh on 365D Farms. Shailesh, let's talk about the business model around this. How much does it cost to set up something like this? If I were to set up a container farm, how much would that cost? And again, I'm not, just ballparks, right? So could you talk to that?
Yeah, this is very important question about the business side, about the investment in that, right? So it is depend upon the model to model. If you check the container farm for the leafy vegetable, you can able to say. So in the 30 lakhs INR, if you convert that into USD, how much actually? The around 30,000 USD, right? So, right. So around 30,000 USD, generally in India, from the Indian point of view, I'm talking about for setting the this leafy vegetable farm, it will take around 30 lakhs to 35 lakhs INR actually. And particularly for the saffron side, actually, because saffron is quite complex actually, because for the multiplication and for the flowering and for the dormancy phase actually. So they set up quite change according to that three phase for the saffron. But if you check about the saffron, the small setup, we can start from 6,000 um, actually, USD means we can say 5 to 6 lakhs minimum for the small setup. But for if you want to use that container, the similar cost will be there actually means 20 to 30 lakhs for the setup kind of tube. INR I'm talking about. Saji, right?
So basically, with let's say we do a full-blown setup with 30 lakhs INR, how much? And let's say we are doing saffron. How much saffron can we get out of it, and on a yearly basis, assuming that you are able to grow saffron multiple times in this container, maximizing space, maximizing productivity, and everything. So, what could be the output per year, or you could give it, output per cycle, But I'm just trying to get a sense of the output.
Yeah, I'll give detail in that. We'll check, we'll discuss in both the ways. We'll discuss first about the leafy vegetable.
Sure.
Because leafy vegetable, I mentioned that for 45 days. So this 320 square feet area, we can grow more than 4,000 plant easily. Because we are having around 248 vertical bar and one vertical grow bar contain, we can grow more than 12 to 15 plant easily. So in that 320 square feet, we can grow more than 3,720, means that is around 4,000 plant easily, right? And 8 cycle actually in a year, we can able to do the leafy vegetable throughout the year. So for the ROI point of view, return of investment point of view, actually it for the leafy side, it is quite 2 to 2.5 years is sufficient to get that ROI, return of investment. Okay, but for the saffron side, it is quite different actually, because just leafy, the cycle is only 45 days. Okay, but for the saffron grows only once in a year actually, right? We are trying different things to know how we can able to just break that cycle, how to grow 2 or 3 times a year. We are just working on that parallelly, but currently saffron grow only once in a year, right? And inside this container, if you check the 8 by 40 square feet container, so we can put around 800 to 1000 kgs of saffron bulbs, right? Okay. So, and according to the calculation point of view, in that we'll get around 800 to 1 kg of saffron, right? And if you sell that to around this 500 rupees INR, if you say, then the return of investment, it will be quite long as compared to the leafy vegetable, because it is once in a year, and we get that five lakhs kind of things by selling the saffron in only 3 months, because saffron flower generally come in October, November, and December. Only these 3 months we can able to grow the saffron. But other than that period, means for example, if you want to do the multiplication of the saffron, so we can do that multiplication inside the container also, and we can do in the open field also. If you want to do that multiplication in the open field, actually, so that setup, this container setup, we can use that to grow the different crop like cordyceps mushroom is there, and you can grow the leafy also, right? By growing that, we can recover our ROI very fast. But if you want to do that multiplication inside the container only, so it will take time actually. It will take minimum 3 to 4 years to get the ROI for this saffron kind of thing. Yes, we are just working on because this very new area. Actually, we are also doing so many R&Ds to break the cycle. How can we able to break the cycle? How can we able to took the more production inside this small area? We are working on that. And we are very close to some part actually that very soon you will get to know the good news from us that yeah, we are able to break that cycle, but that is under the testing phase. I cannot able to comment on that. But ROI point of view, it is much more for the saffron as compared to the leafy vegetables, Saji. Yeah.
I mean, is there a model where a part of the time, right? During the saffron time, right? Whatever 3 month cycle that you need for saffron to grow, at that time you are using the container for saffron, and then
Yeah.
afterwards use it for leafy vegetables. Is that an option that's doable?
Yeah. When you are doing saffron multiplication outside the container, at that time we can use that container to grow the leafy vegetable. Also, we can grow this cordyceps mushroom actually kind of crop inside this container
Okay.
actually. So we can use that space.
Interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting. So let's talk about the business as is now. I mean, how many? I mean, I feel free to share whatever you can, but you know, how many containers are people growing? You know, crops in you know, under your 365D farms model.
Yeah, actually, in Indian point of view, actually, people are more interested in to do this farming inside their home, Saji. They
Okay.
don't want to use this container. Actually, they want to do this farming inside because in India there is people is having small space inside their
Right.
room, in some bedroom kind of a small room. Some want to do at their terrace level. And if somebody is having their space, they don't want to use the container. They want to build a cold storage kind of setup actually. We generally use to store to maintain the temperature, the cold storage puff panel setup. So people generally are just not concentrating on this container right now, but they want to use their local space to grow the saffron right now. But yeah, there are more than actually 20, 25 actually projects right now going on, small and quite big side of it in India right now. Yes, yes, right.
That's good to know. So it is not just it doesn't need to be a container. It could be any contained space, right? It could be somebody's, you know, farmhouse which is not being used.
Yeah.
That could be converted into this model. You might have to control some of the ventilation, maybe, I don't know, to make it
Yeah.
a closed environment. So that takes out the cost of the container, right? So how costly is a container, by the way? Is that cost the factor, or is it just the look and feel of the container that people are not comfortable with?
People are not comfortable with this container because they are having their own space right now,
Okay.
and the cost of the container is 5 to 6 lakhs for the old container, INR, from the INR point of view. And people don't just want to invest in that. They people generally thought that they are having small room, they can really use that to grow this site. So the cost of this container generally reduced. So that is very easy way to grow this actually, right?
Okay, very interesting. So, are you spread out all over the country? Where are many of the your farmers based out of in India?
A major farmer based out of India, but yeah, we have a student all over the countries right now, in Dubai, actually in Canada, in Australia, actually, right, and some part of US, actually. Yeah, there are so much students, they want to start this farming. Yeah, let's see how we can able to help them to set up farm, or to guide them actually, right, to grow this unique crop actually.
So, as part of the services, does 365D Farms visit these sites and set up all the technology and monitoring needed? Is that part of the services that you provide?
Yeah, currently we are hiring the people actually. We are in different phase right now. We got a very good investor inquiry right now, and we are just rebuilding our services and product. People generally want this shipping container also. Actually, one product actually. They don't want to do in their home. Then they need a container farm actually. So we are working on that product right now. And yeah, we are working on the franchises model also right now. So how to to work with this franchisee, saffron franchisee container, or saffron franchisee this cold storage room actually. So we are working on the franchisee model, all the phase right in documentation actually, right? So very soon we'll be launching our this both the model actually, franchisee model and the turnkey project for this saffron overseas. Saji, yeah.
Oh, so currently the ones you do in India, you would provide the technical support, right? I mean, in terms of physically setting it up, or is it more the guidance that you provide them to set up the farm?
See, we can give the physical support also, but if you check the costing point of view, if somebody want to set up that container farm in USA, so it is unnecessarily the cost of that to transport, means export this container to the USA. We can easily find a container in USA, and we will provide the physical support so that they can build that container there only. So no need to just export this container and in unnecessary to overload the cost. So we are thinking in that perspective how to reduce the cost for this exporting the product, and we are locally we can able to build that setup. We are just concentrating on that part right now.
Okay. So when I mean physical support, I mean your team, right? Because to set up all this things you talked about, the technical
yeah, we are working on that. Yes, but we are have a limited bandwidth, but we are targeting certain things. For India is also there is huge requirement from Indian side, and India is quite big actually, and there is a new area everybody want to jump in. So we are a limited bandwidth, but yes. Very soon we'll be increasing that thing, and we'll check how we can able to help everybody.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So great conversation, Sailesh. We will continue this conversation offline for sure. And and thanks for taking the time to get on the show, Sailesh. And for our viewers out there, we'll be here same time next week.
Yeah, thank you very much.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company that time you're spent with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.